So we are at St. Lazare. I'm waiting for the train. So we are going to head off to Normandy today and go to Bayeux. And that's going to be our base for the next couple of days while we explore the DDay Beaches and Mont St Michel.
Welcome to the Adams Family Travelers. Join us as we use our vacation days to travel around as much as we can and enjoy exploring the world. Make sure you join us on our adventures.
So there are trains that get there. I had read that you can book them, that like they said you didn't really need to book them until the night before when you got there. And we didn't know how long Versailles was going to take, how long we were going to, so we waited till we got here. Unfortunately, the next train was already fully booked. Luckily we got the last ticket. So it's about, when we got here, it was about like 1 o'clock. The 3 o'clock train was fully booked. So, and we got the last, like, there were only 3 tickets left for the 5 o'clock train. So we got very lucky. So I guess if you're traveling in France and taking the train, even though online it says you could book the day of, keep in mind that the next one you want may be booked, and maybe take a look ahead of time. We probably should have done that. Like I said, we didn't know, what time we were going to finish Versailles, but we should have looked right when we kind of knew what train we wanted, and we waited till we got to the train station. So we've got like a 4-hour wait. The train station here at St. Lazare is in the mall. So we looked around, we found a, French Nespresso store. I love Nespresso. So, we bought some flavors that aren't available in the States, and we just kind of walked around. So that wasted like an hour. We went to a grocery store to buy some chocolate and candy. So now we're just going to sit here and, make it something from Starbucks. Otherwise, we unfortunately, with the train the way it was, and we didn't know what time, we probably won't get to see the Bayeux tapestry when we're there. That is basically like a tapestry from like I think the 1000s from William the Conqueror time. It's a, UNESCO World Heritage Site. I don't think we have a lot booked for the next couple of days, so I don't think we're going to make it there. It's okay. We have a late dinner reservation tonight at a Michelin star restaurant, which I'm really excited about. It's actually, only 55 euros a person because, it's up in Bayeux and not in Paris. So I'm really excited. Our reservations are for 8:30, so we should be good. Excited about that, and I'm just gonna wait here and eventually get to train.
So we have finally arrived in Bayeux after a about a 2-hour train ride. We are staying at the Hotel Lion d'Or. It's essentially, it's a cute little boutique hotel. It was a hotel. It's an old hotel. Like, this stuff is modernized, but essentially I think this is where, Dwight Eisenhower stayed, and some of the other commanders after the D-Day invasion. Once we got a hold of, land in France after World War II, they stayed at this hotel to kind of oversee the battles and the operations at that point. So we are going to get changed, the restaurant we're going to, it's a Michelin star restaurant. It's called La Rapière, and it is a prefix menu, 55 euros a person, and it is like a minute walk from here. So that's really nice. I'm excited. I'm glad to finally be in Bayeux after waiting at the train station for 4 hours. So we're gonna get ready and go to dinner. So we're about to go to dinner. I'm stand corrected. The restaurant La Rapière that we're going to, it doesn't actually have a Michelin star, but it was recognized by the Michelin Guide. It won the Bib Gourmands Award, which basically, I looked it up, means that it's the best value for the money. So they look for like more inexpensive restaurants that are like good value, and then they recognize them. So this is, while it doesn't have any stars, it's still been recognized by the Michelin Guide, which is kind of exciting because we've never been to a Michelin recognized restaurant or Michelin star restaurant or anything before. So we figured while in France, we might as well. was one of the best dinners we've ever had. Absolutely fantastic. And the wait staff was so nice. Everyone was so hospitable, welcoming. The main waitress, she was telling us how her husband was a pastry chef, and they had a special Valentine's Day weekend menu, and he said that he had been making different pastries since like Thursday. Everything was just so good. So it was $55. We added an extra. We got a cocktail. They had a special Valentine's Day cocktail, which was like orange juice, passion fruit juice, strawberry puree, and rum. It was very delicious. And then so the meal was $55. So it started with like a little cheese cracker, lemon cake, and some nuts. And then also came with some scallop tartare, which is like a raw scallop, which I never had before. I don't like the raw fish as much, but it was still good for what it was. And then we picked an appetizer or a starter. Brian and I both picked fish soup, which had scallops and shrimp in it. It was so good. And then for dinner, Brian got a beef fillet, and I got the turbo fish, which had turbot, which had seaweed around it, and rice as well. And I know we both said our dinners were like amazing. The fish was like, it was like melted. It was so fantastic. And then, in between dinner and the starter, we had gotten an apple sorbet with Calvados brandy, which is an apple brandy on top, from Omaha Beach. Normandy is very big for growing apples, and they have a lot of apple things here, including the Calvados, which is the apple brandy. So we wanted to try that. It was really good. I love the apple sorbet. It was definitely a palate cleanser. And then for dessert, there was a whole option of, basically it was just a plate of mini desserts. It was, there was a cheesecake with caramel. There was a, little lemon meringue tart. There was creme brulee. There was, a macaron. And then, our two favorites, our second favorite was called an opera. And it was basically very similar to a tiramisu. It was like coffee and chocolate soaked in rum. And then our favorite was called a Paris Brest, and it was basically like a pastry stuffed with praline cream. It was so good, so good. So I definitely 100% recommend La Rapière if you're in the Bayeux or the Normandy area. You can't go wrong. It was amazing. They deserve their Michelin recognition. I hope they get recognized again. It was fantastic, affordable. I can't give enough praise to them, and it's such lovely people that work there. So definitely check it out. So behind me is the Bayeux Tapestry building. The Bayeux Tapestry is a tapestry from like 1,000-year-old tapestry. It's very well done, preserved, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it shows William the Conqueror and how he conquered the English throne. It's very neat. There's a very good audio guide. It costs $12 to get in. If you come later, we came late, so we didn't get to see the movie and whatnot. It was $7.50 euro. There's no videos allowed, obviously, because this is such an old tapestry, but it's very neat to come see in Bayeux if you're here. I would definitely recommend it. It didn't take too long, but just very extensive. There was like 50 scenes done and woven in tapestry of depicting the story of William the Conqueror. So we're exploring the town of Bayeux. It's a really cute little town, especially in the winter here. It's very closed. Like this morning on a Sunday, there was barely anyone out. There's got a little windmill behind me. We did the Bayeux Tapestry, and This is a very old town. Obviously, Normandy was William the Conqueror times like 1000. It probably was around way before that. We're going to go check out the Bayeux Cathedral as well. We're not going to go in, but it's a beautiful church and we're going to check it out from the outside. So behind me is the Bayeux Cathedral. You can go in there. There's some gorgeous stained glass that I can see. It's just a real pretty cathedral. Just right downtown in Bayeux. That evening, we had dinner at Le Palmier in Bayeux, and Le Palmier means apple. So this was a restaurant that focused on apple flavors due to its location in Normandy. So we are in the Normandy region of France, and they are very well known for their apples up here. Apple cider, Calvados, which is an apple brandy, and then a ton of apple desserts. So I have an apple pie here. We are in Bayeux in Normandy. That's fantastic. The apples are very good. The next night, we had some drinks in our hotel before dinner, including some local beer and some Calvados. Our last night in Bayeux, we ate at Le Moulin de la Galette, which had a ton of different savory and sweet crepes. It was definitely delicious. So we are back in Paris in the airport, ready to go home. We really liked Bayeux and Normandy. I love seeing the smaller towns, being able to see how the French live. The hotel we stayed in, the Lion d'Or, was really nice. Everything was great there, and we had a fantastic time in Normandy.